Hi guys, it's Wagon. Now today's video is an Atlas guide video. Now Atlas is a tank that is probably the coolest in this game. Not from just like a design point of view. I feel like other characters look better. But with him, his abilities I think are just the coolest thing I've played in pretty much any game. He manipulates time. Now I would say Atlas is one of the hardest tanks to play. Now compared to the other tanks, they're just easier to just jump in and play them. Whereas Atlas, you need to know when to use your abilities, otherwise you end up punishing your team and also yourself. So you can end up dying in a stupid situation because you used the wrong ability, or you can stop your teammates from getting kills because you've messed it up. So yeah, he's got cool time powers, but you can really mess up the game if you don't know how to use them right. So you want to learn how to play Atlas, and when you want to learn how to play him, you need to get into the mindset that you're gonna bully people, okay? You're gonna make them want to leave the game. Now, I'm not condoning bullying, but him and a few other tanks have that same in-game effect. So Ashe, I would say, she has a strong presence. She often puts her shield down. Her weapon has great area of attack, and she can just shoulder charge into you. She can just rush you. Khan's the same. He can get proper damage, like run up to you, get damage, and then put his shield up. And then he has that self-heal where he shouts. So Khan and Ashe always put the pressure on. Now you could say Ram and Terminus and maybe Makoa. Those three tanks can apply the same pressure. But with Makoa, you need to be hitting your hooks. Otherwise, I feel like he doesn't have that same impact. Ram, again, a good Ram can apply a lot of pressure. But I often don't see that enough. He just gets stunned and then dies normally. My teammates, that's what happens to them. So now it's time to talk about all of Atlas's abilities, and then we're going to go over his talent to see which one I feel like you should always pick. And then in game I'm going to show you each ability and how to use it correctly, because as I said before, if you're using your ability, you can just punish yourself and your team, and it can definitely cost you the win. So the first ability is called Setback. Now this basically rewinds the enemy to their previous position, so the most furthest position. Now this ability does a few things. So during that ability, when the person's getting rewound, they cannot take damage until it ends. Also their health gets affected by this ability, so if they had less health previously and you rewind them, they might have more health because before they engaged the battle they weren't taking any damage, so they had more health. So this can go the other way around. Say if they just got healed by a support and you rewind them, that heal can be taken off because before they didn't get healed, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making this more confusing, but hopefully you guys understand what I mean. So his second ability is called Second Chance, and this does what it says on the tin. It gives you a second chance. So it rewinds you back to your previous location, just like the other Setback, and also your health, depending on if it was lower or higher before, you're going to get that back. Now you can use this in a number of different ways. So the most common way, or the one you see often maybe, is if he gets knocked off the map he can come back. Also if there's an ultimate, so in this clip there was an Androxis. I just heard his voice line and I just rewound, even if he wasn't targeting me, because I'm invulnerable, and if he was shooting at me he's just wasting his ultimate. Another scenario there was Khan. He threw me off the map, I just rewound back. Okay, so his next ability is called Stasis Field, and essentially this is the best shield in the game, okay, because it absorbs all range attacks and projectiles. Yes, all of them. So Bomb King, if he throws his bombs in there, it gets, it just gets destroyed. Sky, her ultimate, I've seen someone throw an ultimate through my Stasis Field. You can see the actual physically bomb go through the time field, but it does not blow up, it doesn't hurt you. Sniper rifles, if they shoot at you, nothing goes through. The only things are melee based stuff. So if a Terminus walks through the shield and hits you with his axe, yeah, that might hurt you. Drogos, he'll fly through with his ultimate. Same thing with Bomb King, if he physically goes through the thing. But if he blows up before the, in front of the shield, and the shield's in front of you, yeah, you're not getting touched. So it's the best shield. And this just shows Atlas has, like, all his abilities are strong. You just need to know when to use them. And over time you learn which ultimates could be countered by it. So for example, Victor, his ultimate comes from the sky. He uses his missile barrage. That thing you have to use your second chance to escape, whereas the barrier will not stop that at all. But pretty much everything else stops it, and it's quite funny. I've done it in front of Terminus. His big explosion done nothing. I'm just there like, what are you gonna do, essentially? And yeah, he just feels so strong. Like, you pretty much bully people with Atlas. I'm not even joking. Also, the way you want to use his Stasis Field is you can use it to, as I said, have peak battles with snipers, long range enemies, because his gun is perfect for that. You can charge it up and shoot them. Also, another reason is to block off your teammates or block off the enemy. So if your teammate's low, you can drop the shield to protect them. And also, if you're trying to, kill an enemy, drop the shield there so the enemies are not shooting you while you're trying to kill the teammate. And here's a perfect example, okay? This is one of my subscribers. He's called Atlas Main. He's been commenting on my videos and, just watch my videos. So thanks for the support. But I actually got into a game the other day with him. And I'm playing Bomb King and he was Atlas. Now, you can tell he's a good Atlas player because look. Right here, he puts the shield up. I'm not getting no support, alright? Even though I'm putting help in the chat, they can't get to me. And then as soon as I come out of it, he then rewinds me and then basically just destroys me, which I got humbled. But I don't mind, alright? It's a learning process, and this just shows you how strong Atlas is. And to be honest, he's a level 150, I think, Atlas, and he's got gold Atlas. So yeah, he knows what he's doing. He also knew to take out the Bomb King because Bomb King is a annoying damage player, okay? He's a strong damage champion. But it's not just because he knew I was a YouTuber and he wanted to take me out. He knew who to go for. Yeah, with Atlas, you can focus. Your main job actually is to just bully the squishy characters, so snipers, supports. The tanks you can do, but the thing is, it's often the people around the tank that you want to mess around with. So essentially, you can make a support get rewound back, so he can't, help the tank. Or maybe the damage, you want to just snipe the damage person, rewind them back, kill them, and then the tank's on his own. So Atlas is, once again, strong character. Okay, the last ability to cover, and that's his ultimate. Now, this essentially banishes the enemy. It's called Exile. So when you hit an enemy, that person is stuck in time, essentially. You're just stuck there in place. That person can't be killed. And bear in mind, that person can still capture the objective. So if you banish someone and they're on the point, they're still contesting the point. So you got to remember that. Now, people often find it hard to use this ultimate, or they don't know when to use it. Now, I use it in a number of different ways. So the first way I would say is I banish, for example, the tank and the damage. I then leave that support alive. So everyone then just kills the support. And then when the other two come back, they just get focused. So don't just banish everyone, because that means the whole team or the 3 people in front of you are unkillable. You want to single out people with the ultimate. Also, make sure you have your shield ready. So often Atlas is slow when he has the ultimate out. Like, your stray speed is proper slow. So I drop the shield, then our ultimate. So people can't do enough damage to me. Or yeah, they have to go around, and ideally they're not going to be able to reach me. And the last way you should use this ultimate is essentially when you're zoning people. So if you team wipe everyone and then you start attacking, when they're on their horse, you can shoot them off their horse, and then after just ult, or straight away put your shield down, ult them, slow them down. They're trapped, they can't move. The only way they can ever speed that up is to buy resilience. Now, a lot of people, depending on what you do, I know resilience is a lot cheaper now, but not everyone buys resilience. But the smart people know to buy it. But essentially, even if you buy resilience, if you're in your spawn or coming out the spawn and a person shoots you with the Atlas ultimate, then it's like, how are you going to get to the point? And this has got me so many wins, because when it's the last round, you can banish a few people, then other people start rushing on their own to try and get to the point, and they're basically dead, so you've won it. Now, quickly going to go over his talents, and then I'm going to show you my in-game examples, which I've already done some here, but I want to show you a full game. And I know the video has dragged on, but I just want you guys to understand when to use each ability, because when you're not playing Atlas well, you're screwing up your team. So the talent you want to use all the time, and I always use it, it don't matter if I'm a main tank or not, I always use DeJa Vu, but each to their own. This talent makes it so that your setback becomes a lobbed explosive. Now it doesn't hurt them, but it means that it can affect multiple people, so it's not just one person. And before, if you don't use this talent, you have to be more precise. You have to like hit the person, and it makes it so that the setback projectile, it travels just straight, whereas this one kind of lobs like a grenade, and that means you can essentially hit the whole team and it will send the whole team back. Now this talent right here I never use. It used to be another talent, unstable fissure. Used to essentially, what it used to do before was whenever you would rewind, you would leave this explosive and it would have a little charge time, and then it'll blow up, and I think it done like 900 or 800 damage, which is quite a lot, but it just meant that you would waste your survival technique just to get a bit of damage. Now the new talent is pretty similar, whereas you're still sacrificing your survival just to rewind other enemies in your area. So it could work, but the thing is, the whole point of Atlas is controlling the time when you want to. So that's why you have setback. If I wanted to rewind enemies, I would use my setback. If I wanted to rewind myself, I could, and control like when I survive, I'd use my other ability. And the problem with this is, imagine I'm on a point and I'm basically one shot, I'm going to die. Also my enemy is low health. If I rewind to get my health back, I'm also rewinding the enemy to get their health back, which I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to save myself. So you don't have a lot of control when you're using his new talent. So that's why I would say don't use it. Now his next talent is very niche, but to be honest, if you know how to make it work, go for it. Now essentially it's the big shield. So his Stasis Field becomes massive. It pretty much covers the whole map. Now this is great for your whole team because they can just be on the other side of it and you're getting free damage essentially. It's a straight off duel. Now if the other team doesn't go into cover, there's no way for them to shoot for the shield unless they run through it to shoot you. And it's quite useful for big maps, I've noticed, where you can just put the shield up. But the only problem is sometimes, well, especially in casual, I don't really play ranked anymore. Casual, everyone's flanking, people, not being rude, they're not the smartest. They will ignore the shield or go in front of it to get damage when they could chill behind it. So it's a very niche pick, but if you know how to do it, once again, that's on you. But for me, oh yeah, also with that talent, it makes the shield cooldown a lot longer. So normally it's like 14 seconds. If you don't use that, then it becomes like up to 20 or something ridiculous. Now you can change your loadout to make it so, you know, if you send someone back, your cooldown changes. But for me, I like to have my shield up all the time pretty much. And being able to rewind multiple people, for me, that's where Atlas is the best. So even if I'm the only tank or I'm playing off tank, I will always pick DeJa Vu. Okay, so finally the gameplay. Now I've shown you clips of when I've done stuff in the gameplay, but this is the full thing. So I'm going to the right side with Atlas, and as I've shown you before, this clip here, now I'm putting this shield up just to duel the sniper. I also see my Grok trying to flank her, so you know, she's basically dead. Now here, with this gun, I often charge it up, I go into cover and I peek out like a sniper because that's minimizing the amount of damage I'm doing. Now right here, I put the shield up to stop damage for the Khan. I then peeked out, I looked at the Willow, and then I killed her and I done damage. Now look, a charge shot with Atlas is 850. 850, that's good. Alright, now let me slow that down a bit. Look at that Leon, okay? She just came from the base. I then sent her back. That just really messes you up as a damage player. Alright, especially with your health being low. If you get rewound and then the enemy just appears in front of you, it's quite awkward. Now look, here's another scenario, look. What is this Canessa going to do to me? My shield is, you can't penetrate it until it goes down. So essentially the smart thing to do, as she did, is back up. She can't hurt me. And then my teammates are all there and rushing her, so she just has to fight anyway. So I noticed I got this Leon weak here. Now I then captured the objective. Right here, I might as go for the support. But then I then turned to the Leon because she then got healed up. I noticed the support healed her. So then I hit the Leon. She went back to the same spot. I knew where she would be. Her health was low and I cleaned her up. Now, I then put my shield here because the spam from the Willow. Right here I peek out and then I realize, whoa, look at my health. There's a sniper watching me and the Willow's there. So I don't want to die. I don't want to take unnecessary damage. And yeah, his weapon's good. So it has a few modes. So it has a charge up shot. And then like when they're in front of you, you just, spam. Now, right here, I said to you guys before, look, I put my shield up and then I ult. I left the Khan and the support alive, and then Leon got taken out because my teammates, well, most of them understand that you can't kill the person that's in the stasis or the ultimate. And then look, right here, got my shield. Grok's doing his thing. It's a team effort, but the thing is, if they can't kill you or kill the enemy behind the shield, it's just rough. And this right here is why I use DeJa Vu. Okay, it got all of them. So I think it sent 2 of them back to the spawn. Khan got put in front of me with his lower health. It just disrupts the enemy. Now, if I was using another talent, I could hit maybe one of them. But I want to mess up the whole team, not just one. So, yeah. Now right here, look, I'm using the shield. I'm going in and out, so he couldn't hurt me. Now we had to back up a bit because, of course, my team's dead. I'm not just going to feed as a tank. If you want to be a smart tank, guys, stop feeding. Also, guys, you need to realize when to rewind people. So look, right here, the Leon, she's low health. Sometimes when you rewind them and they're low health, you're pretty much saving them because she ran towards me. If I then, rewound her, she would go back to her teammates and her health would be up again. So, yeah, knowing when to do it is key. Also, people like Khan, often I won't try and directly hit Khan because his shield is there. You want to mainly shoot your setback behind him so it catches him. Whereas if you directly hit the shield, it can't hurt him. Now right here I caused enough trouble. The Ceres is gone and it's just me and the tank. Now Khan thinks he's clever, but no, mate, it's not going to happen. I can rewind. So what Khan should have done, okay, whenever you have the ult with Khan and you're versing the Atlas, make sure the Atlas uses his rewind. Okay, that's the one way to efficiently kill Atlas. Okay, once you see he does his rewind, focus him. If you focus him, he can't run away. He's slow, he's a big tank. Just focus him. After that, he's dead. So yeah, once you see Atlas use his rewind, he should be your main focus. And generally you can tell whether an Atlas has used his rewind because he will be more aggressive. Well, he'll be less aggressive if he's used it already. And if he has it, he will fully send you and then he can just rewind back. Now right here, I use my ultimate to defend against the long range champions. So Willow, I got a one shot. My teammate went behind her basically and just killed her. Now right here, I'm just defending as you do. The Khan's basically dead now. And against the sniper here, I just put my shield up. She can't get through that. And then my teammates cleaned her up. So simple. Now right here, I don't want to just zone because my teammates are already doing it for me. Now, normally I would do, but there's no point me jumping off the point just to, Now right here, look. That's what you can do. That's the beauty of Atlas, okay? Alright? That Khan rushed in. I was like, no mate, I don't think you're allowed to do that. Sorry. And I sent him back. So yeah, I'm just pushing the cart, the usual tank thing. And right here, when I know there's like a champion that can get me at long range, like the Willow, I then pop my shield. Now right here, look, I messed up here. My rewind, even though the cooldown's not long, I just hit Khan's shield directly, which pretty much does nothing. Now I'm not sure why the Willow engaged my support there, which was quite dumb. And right here, look, you can use it to just make your presence known. I don't have to directly be on the point, but look, they got my attention now. So then I realised, alright, I need to start pushing the point, so I then go back. So yeah, I go back to push the point, and you're going to see there's a bit of spam here. But luckily I have my shield, and also I then lob a rewind. Now, that's why I like DeJa Vu, especially on higher grounds like this. You can just get all of them, because it's easy to lob. And I don't know why the Canessa's peeking me still, because I had my shield up for a bit. She took a bit of damage, and look, the Willow got destroyed, and then the Canessa got destroyed. So, and then right here I just threw a rewind just in case anyone was coming out, and yeah, simple. So once you know how to just use his abilities and know when to use them. So then I get ulted right here, I go for the rewind to get my health back, and yeah, we have to reset because we all got wiped out. But I'm back with vengeance. So my Grok ults right here, she's out of position. I get a weak, hit her with a rewind, put the shield up so I don't get shot in the back, and yeah, sorry, you're dead. You're out of the game now. And here's my example before. Okay, so the Canessa's the main threat there, okay? Now the Khan's gone. She's just chilling there, so I think that was the right play. If I got the Khan, he's directly on the point, or he's near the point. Now, yeah, we might have been able to push it straight in, but once Khan's out the way, it's just easier to push the payload. So once again, we go on the right side, and right here, look, it's just great for straight on duels because they can't shoot through it. Like, look at the Canessa. I don't know what she's doing there, but look, I wound her, and then I messed her up. Now she had to teleport to my team. She's in a bad position, and she ends up getting cleaned up. So his shield is just unique because you can't shoot through it, so you kind of have to wait it out. You can't just, well, you can either just rush through it, which you're probably going to take damage, and yeah, so he managed to wipe that team quite quickly. And right now I'm just emoting with my teammate, and right here I'm just waiting for the sniper, but my teammate once again just clapped her. And look, I've got my shield here just in case someone wants to shoot me. And look, my team's doing all the work right here. Even if one got close, I'll just rewind them straight away, and we would pretty much win the game anyway, I feel like. So those are my Atlas tips. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, keep playing Atlas out here. I want to see more Atlases on the battlefield, okay? He's a fun character to play, and yeah, he just doesn't get enough love, I'd say. Alright, so take care guys.